Here is where you will learn how to use an Orbital Factory services. At an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbments and synthesize support quartz in order to use Orbital Arts. Arts have a wide range of effects and, if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has had a long-standing relationship with these Orbital Factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here.
No problem. Leave everything to me. So, what is it you would like to know about?
Orbments.
Orbments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airship engines, and so on are also types of orbments. However, the ones we will be discussing today are battle orbments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each orbment is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structure for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be open at an Orbital Factory like this. It'll take a fair amount of sepith too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also set a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So, what is it you would like to know about? Alright, so we just learned about that. So now Orbital Arts. Simply put, Orbital Arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively through the use of battle orbments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since Orbital Arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must first be synthesized at an Orbital Factory. Orbments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to use those arts. The type of arts one can use also changes depending on the elemental value and the combination of installed quartz. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, orbments are much more complex than what I have described, but I think this information should suffice for now. Alright, next up, quartz. Quartz are circuits made from sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible for them to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz have been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots in which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, make sure to check your orbment and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. Alright, so now sepith. Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, brown, water, blue, fire, red, wind, green, time, black, space, gold, and mirage, silver. Oh wow. Earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, and mirage. Okay. It's quite an array, and honestly, you don't really see like time and space, like aside from like stop magic or gravity magic or whatever. In Mirage, you don't really see at all. So that's interesting. Sepith can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but at the Orbital Factory, it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open orbment slots in which to install the synthesized quartz. Alright, so that's it. It looks like Mr. Melders has answered all of your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some sepith. Receive several of each type of elemental sepith. With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally, at a shop you would be able to exchange sepith for Mira, but for this training you will not be able to use this service. Alright, so we can use sepith to make, so we can exchange sepith for money, or we can make these quartz. Alright. Upon approaching the counter, a talk mark will appear. Press the OK button. Pressing the OK button will display a list of options. Select Modify or Trade to use the Orbital Factory services. Alright. Oh, good work so far. If you need to use the Orbital Factory, give Freddy a holler over there. Oh, so now we gotta deal with you. Alright, so we're gonna... Hi there. It looks like you two are doing well in your training. If you would like to modify your orbments, please select the Modify Trade service. Alright, okay, so... I doubt they'll let me... Am I allowed to go ahead and open this stuff, or... Insufficient? Oh, okay. So that's what this stuff on the... Alright. Okay, so if I'm reading this right... Alright. So, okay, the cost is the 30. The amount we have is the 20. Okay. So we cannot open up slots whatsoever. Alright, so... We have time... We have wind, we have fire, we have water, and earth. So they don't have any space or mirage. Okay. So Joshua needs time. I'm gonna go with water and earth. May as well just buy one of everything. I'm probably screwing up here, but whatever. Okay, so we got everything, right? Alright, equip, nope. Orbment. I'm gonna use that. Okay, so I gotta wonder about that because on my file I have a slot open. I probably did that afterwards. Time quartz only. Alright. Because I did give Estelle Earth Quartz. Oh, so you finished installing your quartz, have you?
Since you both have both recovery and attack arts set up, it appears that you don't need any more instruction from me about how to do this task. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your bracer notebooks contain information about which courts allow you to use which art. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and courts charts in your bracer notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have one of you open a new slot in your orbments. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value raised by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on. Now, I want you to use this sepith and open a slot on each of your orbments. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Alrighty. Okay, so that's how I did it. Okay, now. So we're going to open up... Okay, so... the game will probably tell me at some point, or I'll find out at some point. But why is slot 5 and 6 different from... Okay, so slot 1 is different from 2, 3, and 4. And 5 and 6 are different from them. So why is that? Alright. Oh. I thought I was going to be able to open for both of them and not just... Okay, well... Estelle has one of her slots open, just like my save file. Alright. So that means... that's going to take a little getting used to. Alright, so Estelle can now equip another quartz. So I'll give her a defense. Because in these kind of games, defense... like, I usually try to play defensively. That way I can last longer. Okay, all done. I see you've managed to open up one of your orbment slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular elemental, you are free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for it. How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Oh, she's getting dragged. Joshua, help me. Mr. Melders, ready? Thank you for all your help.
Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours.
We'll be rooting for you. I'm gonna remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood.
What's wrong, Estelle?
Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and? And I even made you jot down what you read in your bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that, too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief. O divine Idios, I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So, what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital factory. I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days back, stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why don't you, why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look like a little anxious? Just so you know, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. We got 3 tier bombs and a monster guide. What's this book for? It's called a monster guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara. We'll put it to good use. Alright then. Let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Alright, in the sewers. Hooray. Let's see. So now triangle will bring up the bracer notebook. Square doesn't do anything just yet. Let's see, equip. I have nothing better than what I've got. Status. Everything seems fine. Okay. There appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it if our HP and EP becomes low before engaging in any further battles. Orbment charging stations are recovery points set up in dangerous areas. As a recovery point is approached, an exclamation point will appear and 2 choices will be displayed by pressing the OK button. By selecting the rest option, all HP and EP will be restored. Straightforward enough. Sounds like a plan to me. Alright, enemy. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The conditions at the start of a battle will change depending on how a monster is engaged.
Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Hint. Battle order bar. Indicates who attacks first. It starts from the top and moves down. Alright. Okay, so now we just attack. Attack an enemy. You may also use it to move if you are using a mouse and click an empty location. The highlighted area indicates the distance a character can move. Selecting a target in the area will move the character to attack. When an enemy is out of range, and whatever that is, a cancel icon will appear on your cursor. Selecting an out-of-range target will move the character as close to it as possible, but no attack will be performed. Alright, I need to take a quick second. Let's see. Alright, we're back. Okay, let's actually attack this time. And then Joshua for the follow-up. So yeah, this being on Steam, it has some mouse controls. I can just use my mouse if need be. But for now, I'm just going to be playing with my controller. Alright, Estelle, go ahead and move. There. Alright, give it a 1-2, Joshua. I do like this music. This guy's just really not interested in doing anything.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alright, so we do get sepith. So we just got 4 earth sepith, 2 fire, and 2 space. And we got a juicy bone. Yummy. Alright, so the only thing we consumed is EP. But even then... Wait, what? Oh, that's because of the quartz we installed or something. Okay. Hello. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Arts are effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts also make long-range attacks possible, but they require time to be cast. EP is consumed when arts are used. EP can be recovered by resting at inns, hotels, or by using charge stations and other items, like an EP charge. Alrighty. So, arts are effective against foes which are difficult to hit with a weapon or those on which physical attacks have little effect. It takes time before arts can be cast. Also, EP is consumed when arts are cast. All arts have an element. Determine the element most effective against your foe and use it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let's use this water one, Aqua Bleed. And then now Joshua will use Soul Blur. And they're just gonna float there. Booyah! Aqua Bleed. Oh, we got a chest. Alright. So we got 4 wind and 4 mirage. Ooh. And a crisp onion. Yummy. So this game does not do the random encounters style of battle. Instead, like, all enemies are seeable on the overworld. So you choose when you Most of the time, you choose when you can fight and when not. Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot.
Roger that.
Crafts have a range limit, but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. So that's why there are three bars. You got your health, basically your magic points, and your craft points. Crafts are character-specific skills which not only deal out damage, but also have a broad range of effects. Using crafts consumes CP. CP is gradually gained by dealing out or receiving damage in battle. Alrighty. Crafts. Okay, so from what I understand, this S1 here uses an entire bar of CP, while this only uses 20 points.
Come on.
Motivation, strength up. And for Joshua, we got dual strike. It's already dead, Joshua. Oh, now they're fighting back. Alright. Let's go ahead and why not? Soul Blur. And for you, let's use Stone Hammer. Oh, not gonna get a chance to use Stone Hammer.
Alright, we're good to go.
Okay, 10 EXP. Okay, so I don't know about my theory. And another juicy bone and a curative horn. Interesting. Alrighty, so down here, treasure chest. Found a reviving balm. Okay, so there's a website called Before You Play. I don't know if it's the website itself or it's like one of those wiki tools. But they suggest they have a bunch of like spoiler-free tips to know before you play a game, and one of them was to check the chest after opening them. The chest is empty because of you. Nice work, hero. Okay, so if it does that, then I'm all for checking every individual chest. The door is rusted and appears to be locked. Can't go that way. You there, fight me.
Oh, what a surprise! Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way to take care of them.
One blow using an S-craft or S-break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-breaks are actions which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order. S-crafts, which are unleashed as S-breaks, can be changed by going to tactics and then set S-break within the main menu. Alright, so we're just going to attack real quick. These actions, which allow S-crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring the battle order once the CP gauge has reached 0. S-crafts, which will be used as S-breaks, can be changed by going to tactics and then set S-break within. They just said that. Press the break button to unleash an S-break. An S-break cannot be unleashed under the no S-break condition. Okay, I don't think these are explained too well. Now press the break button and try an S-break. If you are using a keyboard, you may use the 1 through 4 keys or the arrow keys to select it before unleashing it. Trying every button here. Trying everything, even stuff on my keyboard. Is it... There we go. I did something. I don't know what it was. Okay, so I don't quite understand like the S-brake stuff. Oh shoot. I selected the one right in front of me. I'm an idiot. Whoops. Attack! Nice one, Joshua. And now finish off the monster.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alright, let's see. Got 6 earth, 3 fire, and 3 space. Cool. Alright, no real need to recharge. Can't turn the camera around in here.
Last enemy. So that's the treasure chest we're after, huh? If we made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Seems like we've got a little breathing room, at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. During battle, there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allotted to an ally or a foe. Using S-brakes to ignore the battle order makes it easy to jump in and strip an enemy of their turn bonus. Alright. Battle order bonus. These icons indicate the bonuses allotted to the battle order. If a bonus icon appears next to a character's icon, they will receive that bonus. Heal, HP, sepith up, etc. Okay, so the yellow heart is heal. The red gem is sepith up. Indicate the effects of each item. Alright, so let's go to arts and let's use aqua bleed on one of these guys. And Joshua. Alright, let's use it on us. Alright, so now everything's coming in for the attacks. But it's not gonna get Alright, so this, if I'm right, should speed up Joshua. Again, I don't know this game very well, so I could very well just be screwing everything up right now. Oh no, it's Joshua's turn. Alright, I see. Doing that. Okay. Soul burn. Let's get rid of this guy. There we go. Using the battle bar to our advantage. So now we're going to use the stone hammer on this guy all the way back here. Ow. Take that. Got 51. Alright. Alright, crafts, dual strike. They only have 80 HP. Not really worth it. Attack!
He's just not interested in coming over. Alright. Okay, art. Tier yourself. And then attack the butterflies. Missed. Ain't that just dandy? Alright, so now I've healed myself. Let's go ahead and drop another stone hammer on this guy. And let's go ahead and soul blur this thing. Butterflies are going. Ooh, yeah, no, that. So defeating enemies will also move that. Alright. But we won. Got 27 experience. Bunch of earth sepith. 3 fire, 4 wind, 4 time, or 4 space, and 4 mirage. More juicy bones and crisp onions. Inside are 2 small boxes. That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's not just 1 but 2 is kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. Pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the ones who, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Yep, opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of the boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Sharo when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright, alright. By looking inside the chest again, you flunk. Just kidding. Okay. I like that advice. Though I do have a problem with the before you play thing, but I'll get into that another time. Don't worry, I was right in that they don't really spoil anything. Heal up. And back to the slog. Let's get on out of here. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Yep, they're the real deal, alright. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. I figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shara, what's inside those boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now, so let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say that we passed the test? You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but this is no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild. When is this day gonna be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. Agreed. It seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results of your work to the guild.
Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch, and as you already know by now, Aina is in charge here of the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Upon approaching the counter, a talk mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display a list of options. Select Report to report to the guild. Alright, report. We got paid 500 Mira and gained 1 BP. Current rank is Junior Bracer, 9th class. Oof. We've got a ways to go. BP, huh? That one, I don't remember anything about it. Good job, you two. It seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points which are known as BP, Bracer Points. BP are an indication of your achievements as a Bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance a rank as a Bracer and be rewarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of Junior Bracers start at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you receive will also be recorded in your Bracer notebooks, so please have a look sometime later on. All that's left to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Aina, and sorry about putting more work on your plate today than usual. Don't worry about it. Training new Bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Shara, it'll involve the whip. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You have now officially completed your entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then. Charizard holds out 2 small boxes. Aren't those boxes the one? In answer to your question, yes. These are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying that it's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't the both of you have a look and see what's inside? Sweet! Alright, let's have a look. Inside, Junior Bracer Emblem. This crest is... So does this mean that we're... That was unintentional. Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright, beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as Junior Bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We become members of the Bracer Guild. So I'm a Bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only now just beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. I'm not screaming. I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. We understand you have been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during this busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, I just wanted to say thanks.
Likewise. I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara.
Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of a bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father, Cassius, trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see both of you become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. I just don't get it.
Get what?
This is Sherazard, aka the Silver Shriek, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who is always out doing who knows what instead of being a father.
A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion.
Huh?
Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. You should let Dad know that we qualified as junior bracers.
Right.
Oh boy. But Papa Bright is going to have to wait until next time. Man, I don't even know how long I'm going to cut these parts up, but whether it be a small a 1 second gap in the video or an entirely new part, I will see you guys next time for The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. See you guys then.